Starting to the top left, we have the Samsung Galaxy.
Samsung Galaxy RorO.
Lo. Really nice build in game number 2. I really like that. Well prepared against his opponent's push. Bottom right of the map.
CJ&2's Hydra.
That Overlord came right up for the camera.
Yeah. Camera loves him.
Yeah, camera loves that Overlord. Look at that.
Overlord's already on the way, of course, now, and let's see what exactly we have in terms of gas timing. I feel this is the crucial point that we had so far in the games.
Yeah, RorO being the one to be a little bit faster with the speed every single game so far. And we'll see if he wants to do it again in game number 3. It looks like we may... Okay, so Pool... No, he starts another drum. Both of them do. Okay, there's Pool first for Hydra, and RorO goes Hatchery first, so a bit different for both players here.
Yeah. This time the Pool first coming in here. No gas so far. I'm a bit curious to see if Hydra maybe throws down the gas before he goes into his own pool.
Would be great.
Into his own hatch.
Yeah, it would be great for RorO as well if he actually gets gas before Pool here, considering the build orders.
And here we go, and standard ball going into pool and then hatch. Yeah, but so far RorO definitely the one. I feel for RorO it was a little bit more impressive. Hydra's thing, I really like that timing that he plays there, but he played it twice in a row, and RorO figured it out really fast. So I feel this is the true test of strength. Both players already were able to feel each other out a little bit. Hydra and RorO know exactly what they went from the first few games. So at this point, I think you have to be a little bit more flexible than that, because both players kind of showed what kind of game they want to play here. So now they have to mix it up, and RorO has, I feel, pretty good chances. But Hydra might have another build prepared. He apparently prepared a lot for these matches. You could really see that in game number 1 and number 2. And if he expected to go to maybe a third game, he will definitely have thought up a second strategy that he can use here.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see him go for a quick lair maybe even, and try to go for mutas, you know, something completely different. That would be interesting to see. So, timing on the gas much faster for RorO, as we've seen already in these games, and Hydra, of course, will have to respond to this.
Yeah, Hydra in the game so far was always like really happy to just sit back for a bit and make sure that he just gets his own base up, especially on Akalon. We've seen that he was trying to protect his own head with the queens, was protecting the ramp here, and just trying to play the passive game and then hit his timing as soon as he had the roaches in the match. But we could see RorO trying to play things a little bit more aggressive. So far he didn't really go all in or anything like it, but there comes the Baneling Nest again, and so far it has not been scouted. It's all the way at the front, so the Overlord is most likely going to see that. He cancelled it on Akalon, but now he might actually just go through with it. This is Spellshare after all, and that's a very difficult map to defend.
You're absolutely right. No ramp really at the natural. Once you get up the initial ramp, there's nothing else for you to walk up, so you can just walk in, avoid structures, run past some cities.
Talking about walking in, that Zergling doesn't care about those 3 queens, gets into the main base and sees no gas.
No gas. And Spinecrawler is started for Hydra, just being safe. I actually think RorO is not going to attack, especially considering he just made 3 more drones. He's just doing this, he's having that safety with this rather than aggression, just like we saw in game number 2. Hydra taking all 3 gases. We're seeing similar builders unfold once more.
Yeah, but 3 Overlords coming in for RorO, and he's going for Zergling Baneling now. Oh, no, he's not. He's droning up.
Yeah, it actually doesn't need that many Overlords to do this. That was kind of strange. He's like trying to throw us off at this point.
I really thought he would go for it. With no gas, you know, I actually thought he would be like, you know what, you're not going to have Banelings on your own. Yes, you can rely on Spinecrawlers and Queens, but I feel I can break you. Now things start to turn a little bit, since Hydra is already on 3 gas. He just made sure that he had a wall at the beginning, and now he's going for a lot of gas. He's going for the Roachborn here once again.
He's doing the same 42 drone Roachborn double upgrade type of play. Starts the upgrades, same time exactly for both. And I think he's going to do it, Keldor. I think he's in the same build. He's making the Overlords right now.
Yeah, it looks very much like it. I'm very surprised to see that. This is very one-dimensional what we have from this Hydra here.
And again, with the timing of the third base for RorO, I think he can hold it a second time. Especially because I think he's going to see this and go, alright, you're doing it again. It's impossible for him to decide how many roaches are being built right now.
He's going into the faster layer again, and it's exactly the same build that we had earlier from Hydra.
He even kills the same Overlord that we saw in game number 1.
Same move for him.
Yeah, he keeps the queens out in the front and uses them for transfuses in the battle. I mean, I gotta hand it to the kid. It's a good build. It's a really nice all-in, but it's just... I mean, it's not even really all-in. It's more of a timing, because he does have that follow-up, but...
I mean, the thing is, like, on ladder, you can do that 3 times in a row. In a best of 3 against the same opponent offline, that's a little bit trickier to pull off. But at this point, he has a massive lead in supply, so RorO needs to build those units. We've seen him deal with it once, but he needs to make sure that he's now able to do it too.
I think he knows, because, I mean, he saw the queens moving out the same way.
Well, he's building the roaches. He needs more than that. His lair tech is completed. The lair tech for Hydra is started, as expected, as he did in game number 2 and game number 1. There come the roaches for his opponent, and this is going to be tricky to follow up. I mean, RorO should be able to make this work.
Yeah,
He needs more time, but still.
He's gonna hold here, but also there is a transition for Hydra to the third base in the lair, but it's late, you know? It's later than the one for RorO, and Transfuse is going down here for Hydra. The Ling's coming through. They do not have speed this time.
Yeah, Ling is coming through. The upgrades are done on the other hand for RorO, and they are not done for Hydra just yet. So now the upgrades kicking in, but a couple of shots going off for the Samsung Galaxy player first. But we have still a bit of an army supply lead here for Hydra, but in general, RorO just looking a little bit too strong.
Yeah, too strong here. He's got the reinforcements coming up for the third. Just way too much larva. Traps and kills these roaches. But we do not have, you know, the crushing defeat that we had last time, and the third base is finishing now.
But on the other hand, he lost a lot of harvesters. So with this in mind, we need to see RorO moving out now and trying to do something with the roaches that he has. He has the advantage in the numbers, and he has to do something with it. Cancel that third base out. Maybe take down the Roach Warren again. Do something here, because he has to. We have Hydra already going into the second attack upgrade.
Yeah, second attack one. Not
double
armor.
Overseer even coming in.
Yeah, double Overseer coming down for RorO. Really wants to identify the follow-up. And... you know, he's not attacking the third base. He's actually going into the natural. I think he could have come in from the left angle and maybe forced to... I don't know. Not enough roaches here.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough. And you know, this is, I feel, what Hydra was intending to do in game number 2 as well. RorO just crushed him too hard with that one attack that we saw. And now both of them are stabilizing. I would actually say that Hydra is coming out ahead a little bit. He's the one who has the speed for the roaches first. He's also the one who is maintaining a slight lead overall in supply. So the build that he's using here seems to be pretty cool. If you don't get crushed with your own attack, if you can save a few roaches, then you still have a very good position in the game.
Yeah. It's... I mean, he's gonna have that +2, which makes such a big difference. Especially considering RorO has not started either of the upgrades. You know, the only thing he's got going for him is roach speed is halfway done. He's making 13 drones right now. He's catching up on the harvester count. That's one way to do things. You know, the other way is, of course, the aggression, attacking the third base. But if you can actually just make a ton of drones while your opponent's playing defensively and maybe catch up that way, that's also good for you. But this next wave, with the +2 and doubling RorO's army supply, could actually just end the game. RorO sees it now with his Overlord. Hydra, I don't know what he's doing there. Like, he's not hidden. I guess he's just going to rally there. Probably could start moving a little bit closer.
Yeah, I mean, the armor upgrade hasn't been started, but the +1 attack is done, and he's going for the second move now. And the numbers are definitely in his favor. This is just punch 2 for Hydra here.
Yeah, I mean, a massive lead here. Going for the evolution chambers. Just poking off a queen here.
Sniping the queen and now moving in. He has the numbers and he's trying to put them to some use. A 40 supply lead here already in army. And I don't know if if RorO has enough here. It doesn't really look like it.
Not with the +2 coming out on Hydra's roaches. Hydra pushes through. And I mean, he doubles the army supply of RorO. RorO has no chance to hold this. No way.
Upgrades for RorO here. He's down 1 upgrade at this point. The +2 is done. The numbers in Hydra's favor. A 60 supply lead in army supply. And Hydra does it with the same strategy 3 times in a row. Slight difference in game number 3 with the follow-up. But yeah, well played. You know, he decided to go into only 1 attack upgrade instead of the double +2 upgrades and build a few more roaches, hit that timing. Well done.
Yeah, really well practiced. You can definitely tell. I mean, he took a big risk doing the same build 3 times. Very predictable, like we said before.
It was definitely predictable in that regard, but I feel that from the build that he played, I mean, he must have played that build like 100 times. And he knew very well that if he doesn't get completely crushed and loses everything in the attack, then he will be able to make it work with a follow-up. And in game number 2 against RorO, it just didn't work out for him. He lost every single roach. RorO had way too much. And then the counter-aggression, that's something that he couldn't stop. But in this game, he was ready for the counter-aggression and had the better tech already going his way.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty cool build that we saw there.
I feel like maybe in the game number 3, I didn't see the numbers exactly, but it looked like he made less roaches. Like he just made it look like he was going to do the exact same thing and then transition faster. So that was easier for him.
It was definitely a pretty cool build that we saw there. And Hydra continues to go up against Kangho right now, who will, of course, have watched these games and study the style that we saw out of Hydra and try to find a counter build for it. But maybe Hydra then will have something else up his sleeve. RorO for now has to go to the up and downs.
Yeah, and I believe we have our pros versus pros as confirmed on the screen below me here. So Hurricane versus First. Going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. And, of course, we have a 5-minute break before we start with our PvP. See you guys in a few.